Love is Blind, Season 6, Episode 11. It starts off with Clay videoing Johnny, asking him about his outfit details, and he's going down the green watch, green shirt, white tank top. Then it goes over to another set of people, and they're talking to AD. Jimmy says Matt and Clay are complete opposite. Like, what were you thinking? AD says she heard that, or someone said that they heard he looks like Clark Kent. And the guys are raving about how attractive Matthew is. And all three guys are going back and forth saying how attractive he is. And AD's like, wait, are we still talking about Matthew? And who do you say he looked like? Oh, okay. Baby, guess who walks in? Alejandra and Sarah Ann. So AD and Alejandra are hugging, and Sarah Ann just comes around from Alejandra's side, and she is like smirking. Her face is like trouble, okay? She's like, trouble has arrived. Chelsea goes and hugs Sarah Ann. So I guess they have a close relationship, and Laura has a very close relationship with Jessica. Do Laura and Chelsea like each other? Do they get along? Because I don't really remember. I think they're very cordial when they're around each other, but I don't know if they're friends or foe. Trevor's like Chelsea's dog. She turns around and he's like, come on, come here. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll talk to you later, Sarah Ann. Trevor is asking Chelsea if she's disappointed that he got rid of the mullet, and she was like, it was a little creepy. So he says the second he got back his phone, he Googled her name. And she's there giggly. Chelsea, you better not try to make Jimmy jealous. Don't do it. Because don't freaking play with us like that, okay? Cut the crap. Trevor said, you never answered my question. If you had came to me first, would it have been a different outcome? She tells him that it wouldn't have been a different outcome, but then she also states to him that he was her number one up until the last day. You see how you're so full of shit, Chelsea. Yeah, you were playing games because you were really feeling Trevor, but you were really competing with Jessica up until the last day. And when you got Jimmy to come your way, you switched and jumped on his team rather than Trevor's team. I would have loved to see how you and Trevor played out, honestly. Chelsea's telling Trevor how she felt as if he would love her better and how things would be pretty much different than what it is with Jimmy, but she didn't throw in Jimmy's name. And he's saying, he's not an arguer. He doesn't believe that people should go at each other's throat. And she's like, well, Jimmy and I have been having some arguments. When you force things, it doesn't work out. Trevor, please do not fall for her. Please do not fall for the BS that she's throwing your way. She chose that relationship and she got what she got out of it. Let her deal with it. Don't let her sucker you into thinking that she's in this toxic relationship, which she is, but she contributes to it. Why are they talking about that damn bracelet that she gave him to let him know that it's going to vibrate or beep whenever she taps it to let him know that she's thinking about him? Y'all are so wrong, but you see how you could have potentially had such a beautiful relationship if you had nurtured it more instead of playing games. I'm gonna stop saying playing games, but you did. Forget it, I'm not gonna stop saying that. So Jimmy's like, let me go on over there and give her a kiss so I can check in on her before I hear it later on how you did not check on me. But she's having a jolly old time talking to Trevor. Jimmy and Trevor goes to kiss each other and hug it out, and they tell each other, I love you, bro. He should just really have a talk with him like, yo, you can have her. Take her off my hands, please. I want to go the other way. So Chelsea's telling Jimmy, hey, have you met the strongest couple? I guess referring to Johnny and Amy. And I feel like Jimmy's getting a little bit offensive. Like, you can't say that. You're saying that we're not? Jimmy, are you stupid? Jimmy, are you guys really messing with us? Because are you guys just playing a game to win? I don't know what you guys get at the end. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a happy, healthy marriage. But is there something else? Now I feel like it's more of a game that you guys are playing, like really trying to hang in there to the end. Jeremy and Laura, he's pretty much pissed off at her. Like, how dare you? I asked you for your address so I can send you some flowers and you turned it down. Like, I've been really trying to reach out to you. Dude, did you not just understand that we don't know what the hell you did until 6:30 in the morning? You were not just talking to Sarah Ann. Just admit it. Just come out and admit it and stop trying to play us, okay? Laura is telling him she politely declined the flowers because that is not what she needs. And he's going on and she's going on as well. She is not backing down. She was like, you are a freaking con artist because you pretty much was acting one way in the pods knowing that you are attracted to this lady. Jeremy is not backing down and neither is Laura. And she is not just giving in and welcome. She is not taking him back just like that. And then she says to him, I'm gonna get the rest of my stuff tomorrow. He's like, great, I already packed it up. She's like, you touch my stuff? I can't believe they're broken up. Jeremy's pretty much telling her like, look, can you calm down because I want to enjoy being around my friends and they can feel the tension between us. And she's like, dude, our engagement just ended and that's what you're concerned about? So their conversation ended with Laura telling Jeremy that he's a narcissist and to go kick rocks with open-toe shoes. So AD is talking to Sarah Ann. She's basically saying like, girl, I saw the DM. Why would you contact and tell a newly engaged man that just went on vacation with his fiance that the door is still open? Did he leave the door open for you? And Sarah Ann says yes. So Sarah Ann keeps going on to how their relationship was different between his and Laura's relationship. Like, she can feel her man. She can feel this man. Even the way he broke up with her, she knew he didn't really want to. And she's not going to be the type of woman that's going to be like, are you sure? Because she's not a pick me. And she expressed it to him. And he said he wished if she would have asked him that, because then that would have really changed his decision. Damn, Jeremy. Jeremy, you're a little player. AD asked Sarah Ann, what about last week? She's like, okay, I want to talk about it. She had no idea that he was going to be there because she's never met him or never seen him. But you guys were sending messages, DMs, right? I don't know if you can send a message without being friends or having a private account. So you obviously had to see what he looks like. So you do know what he looked like. So anyway, she said she didn't know he was going to be there. And they were really talking. She was out drinking like 3+ hours with some friends. And they literally was talking and she was getting some stuff off her chest. And then AD's like, he sent Laura his location. She was like, he dropped me off. Now I kind of feel, now I believe it. The way she's telling it, I believe it. Because she's not coming off as snarky, malicious, conniving, manipulative. You know, she said she even told him like she's not going to be in a love triangle. You need to figure out things with you and Laura. I'm going to say I believe her. Why am I able to believe Sarah Ann's story and not believe Jeremy's story? I cannot answer that, but I do believe Sarah Ann's story and I don't believe Jeremy's story. AD is telling Sarah Ann how crazy she is looking because you're going to send a message that if things don't work out between you and your fiance, I'm willing to give it a chance. Do you know how crazy that looks? And she's like, well, you know, I'm not the reason why he's feeling whatever. And she's like, AD's like, you did not give them a fighting chance. You made it seem open. You made it easy for him to go that way. I get what you're saying, AD. I completely agree with you. I completely understand. I'm seeing this threesome. I'm not saying it's a threesome, but the whole triangle, uh, Laura, Sarah Ann, and Jeremy. I can see each part of it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong because it's not my emotions. I'm not in. I'm not in the mixture. So Sarah Ann is not backing down to AD, and AD is not backing down to Sarah Ann. Sarah Ann is sticking up because there was obviously something there. He made her feel like there was still something there, but AD's just trying to tell her, like, girl, this man is engaged. And Sarah Ann is like, well, it seems like you have some vengeance against me. She was like, you're not screwing my man. I don't give a damn. And Sarah Ann is like, well, I don't want to have any bad blood with you because I really liked you. AD just got up and walked away. So Trevor is on the patio with a bunch of the ladies, and he tells Jeremy to throw the ball, the football. He throws it, but he throws it way off. And it bounced off the wall and hit one of the lady. So Trevor is like, why you threw it like that? It bounced off and hit your friend. Laura's like, I'm not his friend. Trevor, why you call this lady his friend? You could at least just said her name. So Sarah Ann is looking like the villain in this. Jeremy sees that she's a little uneasy and he's asking her if she's okay. So they walk off to go talk. And everybody is just looking like, uh-oh. Because Laura is with one of the other ladies and she's like, yeah, go talk some more. Alejandra and AD. Alejandra is like, those two over there, that's insane. And Trevor's there, like, scratching his face, like, what the hell is going on here? Sarah Ann is pissed because they're making her look like she is just this loose lady that, just tells engaged men that the door is still open. You see, Sarah Ann and Jeremy, they were in a relationship. They were dating. They had moments that really meant something to her. And she took those moments seriously. And remember, she was in the pods telling people that she knew Jeremy was going to marry her. She said that she sent that message before she got back and before they got back from vacation. So it wasn't like she let it simmer and then just shoot her shot. And she doesn't want to be perceived as this person or the reason why they're broken up. She's getting very emotional with it. And I really do believe her story. I believe that she does have feelings for Jeremy, and Jeremy still has feelings for her. And she did not get any closure. And I believe that they did talk. I'm not going to insinuate that they did anything else because I'm going to respect her for that. And to be honest with you, Jeremy is or was engaged to Laura. It's Jeremy's responsibility to reassure Laura that nothing is going on. They were talking late at night. Jeremy, you should have known better that it was going to look ridiculous to stay out until 6:30 in the morning. So you messed up. Yeah, you guys were together, but if nothing really happened, you should have never put yourself in that predicament to allude that something did or could have transpired. Sarah Ann is really hurt with Jeremy because she's the one that's being painted negatively, right? Even though they know that nothing happened. And she's the one that's going to have to deal with these women on her own. She doesn't have a man to protect her, and Jeremy is not standing up. Like, Jeremy, I guess he's probably like, damn if I do, damn if I don't, because he's a guy that really should not cheat in the future. I'm not saying he's a cheater, but he will not be a good cheater because he's not going to make either woman feel secure. She is really emotional, even though she wasn't there to build friendship because she has genuine friends outside of this experience. She was really there to find her guy, but she does not want to be looked at in a negative light with the women. And she was really feeling Jeremy. And you know what? Her feelings are valid. Those are real emotions that she had towards that man and towards that relationship. Jeremy tells Sarah Ann that he made the wrong decision in the pods, and they know that they should have been together. So Sarah Ann is like, what do we do now? Jeremy's like, do you want to go ride jet skis? Sarah Ann is like, yeah, let's go do this. Oh, I feel bad for Laura because it is disrespectful, but good God, these two people are really passionate about each other. So Jeremy and Sarah Ann goes off into the water, riding their jet skis, while Laura is over there crying, talking about he's the one that proposed to me. He should have protected my feelings, my heart. I wonder why Jeremy chose Laura instead of Sarah Ann when there was more passion between he and Sarah Ann than Laura. Chelsea and Jimmy are making an ice sculpture for the wedding or designing their ice sculpture. Their relationship is so forced to me. AD and Clay are painting some Air Force for their wedding day. I guess that's the shoes of their choice. Amy and Johnny are, you know, doing some finishing touches on their wedding. And then she talks about hyphenating her last name. And he's like, absolutely, go for it. But they're both on agreement that their children will just have his last name. Then they go back on to talking about the whole birth control. He's like, there are not a lot of options for men. So Johnny is expressing to Amy that he's nervous about getting a vasectomy now because it's not really as reversible as he thought it was. And I knew you were not going to do no vasectomy at what? Are you even 30 yet? So Amy decides to go on birth control because I guess she realized that it's more easier for her to do that than for him to, have surgery. And she wants that connection with her husband because it's always been there, and they want it. So she's gonna go on birth control. They worked it out. Good for them. Johnny and Amy are that couple that every free chance that they get, they're gonna be making love. Plus, they kind of built on it, because they didn't automatically give it to each other. So that just the lust just grew stronger for the two of them. Johnny like, it's done. I don't have to wear any condoms, and we're gonna have some fun. So the ladies are dress shopping, and the guys are suit shopping. Vanessa asked who Amy brought with her, and she said her mom and her best friend. And her mom, they're both happy for her. They're both very happy, and Amy is like, this is the best connection that I've ever had with a man. So Nick is asking about Amy with Nick is asking Johnny about Amy, and he's just really in love with her. And his friend has met her, and he's like, she's really unique. That is such a unique way to describe someone as unique. So AD bought her niece and her sisters. Clay bought his two best friends. They're both named Josh. One of them was, the guy that he was friends with when he got his first girlfriend, and now his last girlfriend, his future wife. Chelsea brought her sister and her best friend since kindergarten. Jimmy brought his two best buddies. Chelsea tells her girls that this is such a great experience for her to actually go dress shopping because when she got married at 18, she didn't have any money to shop, and I guess she did not have the whole ceremonial part of the wedding. She probably just went to the justice of the peace for her wedding. Jimmy trying on his not even his jacket, just his shirt and pant, and he is sweating profusely. This man is so damn nervous. He is so nervous, but again, he's reassuring and building up, even though Chelsea's not there, but he's reassuring her like she's gonna make a phenomenal wife and blase blase. Can we hear something different? You just say the same things over and over in just slightly different forms. Say something else. Chelsea comes out in this off the shoulder slash spaghetti strap dress. She looks very beautiful in it. It does fit her very well. It looks very nice, but I don't really think it's a wedding dress. I don't see it as, I feel like she needs something more glamorous. The dress, this is a nice like gala dress, but I don't see it as her wedding dress. But she does look very beautiful in it. Clay is trying on his tux. His boys ask him if he's gonna cry. He's like, no, I've done enough crying. I'm done crying. So AD comes out in a nice white dress, but it doesn't really compliment her. She does look beautiful, but I just don't see this as her dress. And she's excited. They put the veil on. She starts crying, like literal, real tears. She is crying. I know she's probably like, oh, damn, this is really real. Every time I see AD in regular clothes, she just looks so, she just have on a button-up shirt, but she's showing a little cleavage and some jeans, but it's just so simple, yet so classy, yet so elegant. She comes out in another wedding dress. I still don't see this as her gown. Maybe the change, the reception dress, but not the actual walking down the aisle dress. Everyone loves this dress on her, and she's like, this is my dress. It's like a corset top with a high slit, same material, nice quality material, bottom and train. It's nice, but it just, you know what? It is more her style though, honestly. Because it does give like that corporate sexy, and that's what 80 kind of gives sometimes. So it is your style, 80. Johnny tries on his suit, and it was very short, but I think it's like so cut and clear with him. He knows what he wants, and it is what it is, because I feel like those two are the couple that will really, really, I think AD and Clay will make it too if they really invest in it. But I feel as if these two people are really in love with one another. I feel like Clay and AD love one another, but I feel as Amy and Johnny, they are in love with one another. Chelsea and Jimmy, no comment. Amy comes out in a nice dress, kind of similar as far as the shoulders off and spaghetti strap as Chelsea's, but it had a bunch of like, you know what? I took up sewing and I forgot what it's called. So I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I'll just say a floral lace top. It was too much for her body because Amy is such a petite lady. She needs something simple because she's really petite. She just needs something basic, something simple. I feel like with Amy, I feel like her dress should be simple yet sexy. The drama should be in her makeup, but not her traditional eye makeup. I want it to be a little lighter, and I need her in some nice red lipstick on her wedding day. And her hair, like, pulled back. I don't want it out. I think it needs to be pulled back in a ponytail or a bun. Yeah, a low bun. Amy's mom is very emotional and she's speaking to her in Spanish. I love that. And she's just telling her how she's proud of her. And, she's so independent and everything she dreamt of, she has accomplished. Clay set up this romantic date for he and AD. And I think the car that he picked her up in is probably a part of his business. I hope you didn't come. If so, I hope you did not come on the show to promote your business. I really hope you did not. Clay is telling AD that, he wants 2 kids and he can't wait to be a father. And he's also telling her that he's accomplished so much with her during this process. And she's like, listen, if you rock with me, I'm going to take you to the moon. She's his down girl. She will ride for her man as long as her man is there for her. If you guys can work it out, you guys will really exceed every single endeavor that you guys want to accomplish. Amy and Johnny, they're having like a fire, they're by the fire pit and they're just talking about their process, how they can't believe that they fell in love behind a wall. I know I'm bugging, but I'm just like, okay, this show is like up until wedding day, they have to keep going regardless, unless it's really unbearable. Um, and then the last day is when they finally get to say their piece. Like, no, I am marrying your ass. Jimmy and Chelsea are at his childhood theme park. This park, did you guys rent it out for them or are you guys trying to revamp it because no one comes there anymore? Because there's absolutely no one there. They are on this roller coaster. I have such a love-hate relationship with roller coasters. The only one time ever that I actually enjoyed the roller coasters was when I was at Disney and I was pregnant with my son. Other than that, I cannot stand roller coasters. This roller coaster is so freaking intense and I'm not even on it. I'm getting so stressed. It's like their fucking relationship. This roller coaster is like their damn relationship. With Chelsea and Jimmy is like either they're super happy or just flipping sad. There's like no middle with them. So Chelsea and Jimmy are sitting down having a conversation on where are they? Are they still gonna say yes to get married? Because they haven't discussed it in a while. This lady is being so dramatic with her answering. This man is looking all nervous, and that's how it ended.